Welcome back to Stardew Valley. This is episode 38. We're starting off on a Friday. It's the 19th of fall. We got lots going on. And I will go ahead and point out that while I was recording, my headset was on mute, apparently, the entire time. So I had to go back and lay audio commentary over top. So instead of it being live, it's going to be kind of, I'll try to do it as if we're live. Look here, Linus gives us a Maki roll, which is actually one of the units that we need for the community center. So that's awesome. We got more mail. We'll get that ready so that we remember to take it to the community center. And now all we need to make is a fried egg. And Robin will finish our house today. So tomorrow, hopefully we have a truffle from our pig. We'll get a fried egg. We'll have the Maki roll, so that will complete that bundle. And now Caroline wants a pumpkin to carve a jack-o'-lantern with Abigail. So what are we looking for here? Blueberries to make some wine, and a pumpkin to take to Caroline. So that's on the agenda for the day. Now it's Friday, so we got to go to the traveling cart. So that's also on the to-do list. And then also we plan on going down to Marnie's and buying a sheep and shears to collect the wool off of said sheep, and then a rabbit and one heater. And the reason I'll tell you now, I thought we had a heater somewhere, but apparently we don't. And I don't know if, like, you get it from one of the bundles, maybe, and I thought we already had it, but one way or another, I thought we already had a heater, and we do not have a heater. So, I only buy one, but we'll have to buy another one at some point to put in the coop. Not a big deal, though. So, anyway, we will swing down to the traveling cart because it's Friday. We'll swing over to Marnie's and buy those items. And then I'm thinking either mining or fishing. So we'll see how things unfold. We got a bunch of oak resin, y'all. So our keg empire is primed and ready to get kicked off as soon as we have a shed. We'll need a bunch of wood for it. And then what else goes into those darn things? I think it's both copper and iron bars. Hang tight. See, this is why I actually kind of enjoy doing the live commentary better, because you get more, well, anyway, it's easier for me to do, honestly. Now, the nice thing about doing it afterwards is that I can look stuff up while you see what's going on the screen. So yeah, we need copper bars and iron bars. But anyway, we got a duck egg there. And I don't remember if we've crafted any duck mayo, so I think this is where I do one of those. Because we want to have a duck mayonnaise to save for whenever. Morning, Cooper. And here's goat cheese. Not that that is relevant at all whatsoever. Our pig is still a baby, and we need him to grow up and give us a freaking truffle. Which I'm thinking tomorrow is the day where he'll get big, which will be awesome, because that's one more thing knocked out on the old community center. So we'll let them out. They should be able to graze off of the hay that's in the their little pen area there. Pasture, I guess we'll call it. What do we need to do here? We'll go empty out some stuff from our, well, I guess no, we won't. Oh, you know what I'm thinking is we'll go to the community center, or we'll go to the traveling cart. And there are some trees ready for us to chop down whenever our axe is ready, which will be tomorrow. We'll have a golden axe. And that's when we will go around collecting a whole bunch of wood. So, because we're going to need wood, nothing here at the dang traveling cart that we need. But anyway, we'll need wood for kegs, our next house upgrade, our shed. We'll build another barn eventually that we'll need it for. So, we still need a whole bunch of wood. And that axe will make it a lot easier. Say hello to old Marnie. Now, we're buying shears. Okay, so the heater's 2,000, shears are 1,000. There's the auto grabber, 25 grand for that thing. That's expensive, but before too terribly long, we'll have enough money to afford that, and we will definitely get those. What did I say I was going to buy? I already have chickens, cows, goats, and ducks. I need a sheep, and I was thinking, ooh, you know, we'll name the sheep Mary, like Mary had a little lamb. But then I realized, like a moron, well, Mary wasn't the name of the sheep or the lamb. It was the name of the owner, the shepherd. Anywho, we got us a sheep, we got us a rabbit, and we named the rabbit Bugs, like Bugs Bunny, because Looney Tunes are awesome, and I really wish that they were on TV a lot more. My favorite Looney Tune is Foghorn Leghorn. Maybe not the most popular, but he teaches a lot of life lessons. Anyway, I'll say, Foghorn Leghorn is my favorite Looney Tune. What are we doing here? We're dropping some stuff off. We need to build another chest, and I think I'd do it right here. Nope, apparently not. Because we need a chest. We're just out of space in some of our chests, and it's to the point where, like, I'm putting stuff in chests that I know, like, they don't even belong there, but I don't really have anywhere else to put them, so that's where they go. But anyway, we're now ready to go on about our day here, so we will head over to, what am I looking for? Oh, this is where I'm looking for the other heater. And it's like, where is that dang thing? And then I give up. So, anyway, we don't have the heater. Speaking of which, you know what? I start looking up where the heck you get the other heater, and it's from the fodder bundle in the community center. And I still need a third apple, which we are at the point in the year where I got to be thinking about how I'm going to get that third apple guaranteed, because I want to have it in my control. I can't rely on the Batcave to do it for me. So, we will soon have the greenhouse. And when we have the greenhouse, because we need to complete the animal bundle, which is like large goat's milk, I think, is the only thing we need. And we'll have that soon. So, when I get the greenhouse, if I don't have the apple by like before the last few days of fall, we're gonna buy a apple tree and plant it in the greenhouse, and that way we'll have it so that we get our last apple a few days before the end of this year. So anyway, on the forecast earlier, see, I'm looking for Caroline, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe she's back here. And I must have gotten to 2 hearts because we finally got access to this room. She's like, good morning, Evan. I've been meaning to show you this. It's my private sunroom. And at some point while I was doing this, I was looking up something about something. So I kind of am not clicking through here. She's like, so what do you think? And I sit here and I sit here. And then the options are beautiful, relaxing, too hot, and not as good as my farm. So I would assume you could go with either of those first two without much trouble. I say it's beautiful. She says, thanks. I worked really hard on it to make it this way. So tea leaves, I don't remember. I was probably looking up tea leaves. But anyway, you get them from, or you get the recipe from old Caroline here. And then she invites you to check out her room every day. And so, let's see, tea leaves, blah, blah, blah. So, she gets you the recipe for a tea sapling. Okay, you plant the tea sapling, and it takes 20 days. It can grow year-round, basically. We're going to plant it indoors. You don't need it. You don't need to water it. So we're going to plant it in a gardening pot inside. And this is just a weird cutscene, y'all. Like, what kind of tea are we drinking? This is the same green frothy goodness that the wizard served us to help us be able to read Junimo language. But anyway, what does it say? I swear you can go into her room and get tea leaves. Let's see. They're vegetable harvested from tea bushes, blah, blah, blah. They can put... Come on. So after this, you can get into her room every single day. And one tea bush exists inside Caroline's room and can also be harvested the last week of each season. So that's actually like in 2 days. So it takes 20 days to grow. So starting on day 21 each season, it will start producing tea leaves. And then so once it's the 21st, I'll need to remember to make that something on the to-do list, is to just swing by, see Caroline, and get a tea leaf off of her tea bush. So this is one time where it is appropriate to be rooting around in a lady's bush. I just came up with that on the fly, and I think it was awesome. Inappropriate, maybe. You know, that's in the gutter, let's be honest. But you laughed. Don't deny that you laughed. So, anyway, what do we have to do now? We do need to go to the community center. We'll say hello to Jody. And Jody is apparently, like, supporting the Joja Mart willfully. She's like, oh yeah, the Joja Mart's great. They've got the best prices in town. It's awesome. That's where I shop. And poor Pierre is there trying to make an honest living with the evil empire that is Joja in town, trying to put him out of business. And there's only like 20 people in this town that can buy groceries. Jody's one of them, and she supports 2 or 3 others, and she goes to Joja Mart. Like, what is that about? So, screw you, Jody. Anyway, it is now 12:30, and I honestly don't remember what I did the rest of this day. I think I go up to the mines, because we really want to find an ancient seed. I would like to have one by the time we get access to the greenhouse, but it's unlikely, because it's a rare find. You can only get it from artifact worms in the Mountain Lake area or in Cindersap Forest, which is a really low likelihood of happening. And then from the like little flying dragonfly looking things in the upper levels of the caves, as well as those little caterpillar looking things that turn into those buzzy fly things that come after you. So the green slimes are no use to us. But anyway, you got to get it from a bug drop, pretty much, in the high levels, in the copper levels of the mines. So basically what we're doing is we're coming up here and we're looking for those guys, hoping that we can get an ancient seed drop. Because you get bug meat from those guys, which is fine. I mean, I can use the bug meat for bait. So if nothing else, we'll come away from these runs with some rock, some copper, and a bunch of bug meat. And we'll also, I guess, chip away at some of the quests that the Adventurers Guild gives us. But that's kind of the thought process here. We'll do this today because tomorrow we're going to get our axe and do some wood chopping. So, anyway, while we are now kind of aware of what's going to happen for most of the rest of the episode from an agenda perspective, why don't we cover the fun fact of the day, which is Nintendo trademarked the phrase "It's on like Donkey Kong" in 2010. And I'm trying to think back of why they would have done that specifically in 2010. In fact, let me Google 2010 Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country Returns? Is that... Let's look it up on Wikipedia here. Donkey Kong... Okay, yeah, so Donkey Kong Country Returns released in November of 2010. And earlier than that... Well, actually, no, later than that on other platforms. But anyway, that, I guess, is why they, you know, trademarked that phrase. But I use it all the time. So... Like, when I get married to Haley, it's on like Donkey Kong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're going to make babies, and it's going to be fantastic. So, Nintendo... Oh, would you look at this? Oh my goodness, we just got a prismatic shard. Now, it says it's, you know, something that Gunther can tell you about. Do not take your first prismatic shard to the museum. Take it to the desert, and I will show you whenever we unlock the desert exactly what to do with it. Because that is the key ingredient in getting you a galaxy sword, which is the best weapon in the game. So, now the icing on the cake for this day would be if we could also somehow manage to get an ancient seed. I mean, if that happens, I'm going to be doing, like, the happy dance and, like, high-fiving myself. So, just keep that in mind. Because if that happens, that's, like, the luckiest day in the history of Stardew Valley. You know, we got the prismatic shard. What was that? Level 11 or 12? 11. That's, you know, that's pretty good. So... Now, like I said, it's 5:30, and, okay, so it just got foggy, like there's bugs about to attack me. I could have left this level, because the ladder's right there, but the reason I'm here is to try and get the ancient seed, and you can get it from these guys, so I want to kill as many of them as I can. So I'm just like, bring it on, little buzzy guys, let's see what you got. And if they drop me an ancient seed, then we have had the most successful mining run in the history of mining runs. And we got a little groundhog there, whack-a-mole. So, I don't remember exactly what the luck was for this day, but boy, that prismatic shard is a serious find. And here I'm running around looking for little groundhogs. And there weren't any more, but that's not a big deal. The only reason I was kind of looking for them is because they're one of the things on the Adventurer Guild quest board, or whatever you call it. So those levels where there's a lot of open ground in the middle like that is where you tend to find some. So I was just kind of rooting around looking for one. Just rooting around in there. Okay, back to the episode here. Tomorrow's plans are, again, pick up the axe. I don't think it was calling for rain. Well, I know it wasn't calling for rain for tomorrow. But if I wake up in the morning and it is calling for rain on the following day, which would be Sunday, then we will go and drop off our watering can to have it upgraded. And I honestly need to also be considering upgrading my hoe, because, you know, it'll be nice to have that done. It's not a big deal, but the reality is what I don't want to do is take my hoe and drop it off to get it upgraded, and then the next morning I wake up and they're calling for rain. And it's like, now I missed my opportunity to upgrade the watering can in fall. But again, not a huge deal. Those are just things that are kind of, it'll be nice to have. There's some artifact wormies, and we got a prehistoric hand axe, but we've already donated that. So I was like, that's what I was hoping when I swung right there. It's like, please be the ancient seed. but it's like a 0.5% chance of finding that. Which actually, if you think about it, you know, that's 1 in 200. And how many freaking artifact wormies have I dug up in the mountain lake or area in Cindersap Forest? It's got to be close to 200. But, well, actually, it's probably not. It's probably like 50. But, so you're saying there's a chance. So I already watered my rare seeds, so that's good. Now we're just going to close the barn, which I finally started to remember to do at night. Now, what some people actually do is only deal with their animals at night. Yeah, it's going to make me go all the way up here to drop down this stupid heater. But anyway, they only deal with their animals at night, which I don't really like to do that. I like to go in the morning and open the barn door for them so that they can get out. And so part of that strategy is you keep them in there, you go and you pet them all real quick while you're in there, you grab all the stuff that they produced, and then you let them out, and then at night it's just real quick run over and close the barn door. You don't necessarily have to close the barn door, but I believe if you don't and it rains or snows the next day, they don't like it. So, anyway. Alright, we got some stuff to throw in the bin here, and then we are going to head to bed. So, drop the beat, hit the bell, hit the hay. Ooh, what was that? What was that noise? Alright, so we're up level 7 combat, not a big deal. But what was that? We got an achievement apparently of some sort. And there's another 4,300 bucks. We are on day 20 of fall. And okay, the achievement was moving up because we've got a bigger house. We have a kitchen and a bedroom. So we'll rearrange some furniture at some point. And you can see there another day of sunshine, or pollen, or whatever they say. It's not going to rain tomorrow. What do we got in the mail? Okay, there's the recipe for crafting the tea sapling. So that's that, and there is a recipe from Caroline again for parsnip soup, because we became really good friends yesterday. We bonded over the green frothy goodness that she crafted from the tea leaves. So, what is on the to-do list today? I know we talked about the picking up our axe. We won't need those shears. But our thing is full. Look at our chest up there. Totally full. And I realize it in a moment, and then I end up crafting another chest, I believe. Because basically, we are way past the point in the game where I usually have a shed. But we've been so focused on the stupid community center that the shed had to get kind of pushed to the back burner because it's not essential to that process. We got our pomegranates. And what we got going on in the coop here? There's our little bunny rabbit. Hello, Bugs. How you doing? Now, he's a baby, and I don't know how long they take to mature. So, actually, we can look that up. Stardew Valley Wiki. Rabbit. And a rabbit... Where are you? Rabbit cannot reproduce? They apparently have never been around rabbits, because that's all they produce. That's all they do. Why does it say... It doesn't... Yeah, trivia. Rabbits are the only raisable animal that can't reproduce. Honestly, or ironically, they're also one of the animals in the game for which both male and female animals are possible. So they should be able to reproduce. Anyway, it doesn't say on here... Oh, a mature rabbit produces wool every 4th day. And once you have sufficient friendship and happiness, it can also produce a rabbit's foot instead of wool. So it's mature after 6 days if it is fed every day. So we got to make sure that we love on that rabbit, y'all. Oh, and look, we got the large goat's milk. That's good because that will complete the animal bundle, and that means the greenhouse is going to get repaired. Sweet. Because now we can talk about maybe planting an apple tree tomorrow. Why am I going in here? Oh, I'm going to make the fried egg. Because now we got 2 things we can drop off at the community center. Now, my pig was big. I don't know if you noticed that. We got a big pig, so he should go out into the little pen area and give me a truffle. And that will. So we got the stuff to complete the pantry. We can complete the vault. We've got 44,000 bucks. I'm completing the vault, y'all. I'm just gonna buy it out, and that will give us access to the desert. And since we have the prismatic shard, we can go there and get us the galaxy sword. So that's gonna be awesome. But we still got we have no bundles done in on the bulletin board, which this is definitely the hardest room to complete. It's not even close. So anyway, I mean, we're not that far off from completing it, but the rabbit's foot is going to be tight whether we get it in the first year. If I see one at the traveling cart, I got to buy it just to make sure. So anyway, what else are we going to do today now? Because now we got to go to the community center. We got to go to Clint's. And here you see we're crafting a chest. We're going to make it white. And then I sit here and try and figure out what the heck I'm going to put in it. And it takes me a while. But then I eventually decide. I don't even remember what I decide. Honestly, it's like food, like recipes and other food items that I collect on the farm, I think is my general strategy for the white one. It's things that I'm going to use in the kitchen. And I think of a kitchen as white cabinets and, you know, because we have white cabinets in my kitchen. So anyway, whatever. Don't question my logic. So anyway, we're grabbing stuff to throw in there, and it's a bunch, and I quickly run out of space here. So I got to go dump it off. And you can see, just like from that right there, the process of moving all of your chests into the shed is just a nightmare, because you have to take everything out of a shed, take everything out of a chest, pick up the chest, move the chest inside, and then put everything back in the chest. But you can't get everything out of there in one swing, so you got to take it all out and put it into, like, you got to take some out, put it into another chest, and then get everything else out of the chest, pick it up, move it inside, put that stuff in there, then go back to the other chest that you put stuff in. It sucks. I might even do it off screen so that y'all don't have to witness the chaos that is moving my chests inside. And then I'll just like I'll start the episode and it'll already be like 2 o'clock in the day. Because it'll take me that long, probably. And I went down here to cut up those logs that are sitting down there. Then I realized, oh yeah, I don't have an axe. I don't have an axe to grind. So we need to go get an axe and then grind it. Although, if Clint gives me a rusty dull axe, I'm going to be upset. I paid you good money for this axe. It better be ground and sharp as blazes. What? I just walked through that gate on a horse without even opening it. And then I'm cutting this grass because I just want to be able to see the truffle when it's ready. Like, I don't want to have to hunt for it. And then, on the way back out, it just destroys the gate. Like, what? What happened there? That's weird. Okay. We're finally kind of organized here. Now, I wish I had that truffle so I could complete that bundle in the bulletin room, or in the bulletin board. But it's not a big deal, because it's not going to finish the room. The ones that I want to finish are the animal bundle, and that's what the goat's milk will do, and the vault, and that's what my wallet will do. Because then tomorrow, we will have access, and I'd bring the stupid prismatic shard with me, thinking, oh yeah, we're going to do the vault and go straight to the desert, y'all. And then I realized, no, I'm a moron, because you don't get the cutscene that shows like the greenhouse being repaired and the bus being repaired until that, like the night when you go to bed. So anyway, not a big deal. That's what we will do tomorrow. So y'all know what's on the agenda for tomorrow. We're planting stuff in the greenhouse, including I go and buy some pumpkins here because we're gonna plant them, and then we go. We're gonna plant our mixed seeds that we have collected up to this point in the off chance that we get a red cabbage. Actually, we're not going to plant them now. We will plant them on the first day of winter. Because if you plant mixed seeds in the greenhouse, they will basically grow into a random crop from that season. But since there are no winter crops, if you plant mixed seeds in the greenhouse in winter, it's just any random crop. So it could be the red cabbage. It's a small chance, but we need every chance we can get to increase our odds of getting that stinking red cabbage. Alright, so many wonderful bundles. Thank you, says Junimo. And the pantry is done. That makes 4 out of 6 rooms in the community center. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is number 5 about to be done. It doesn't matter what order you do these in, by the way. So I do the 10,000, boom, lightning rod. Then we go 5,000, boom, and quality fertilizer. And last but not least, 25,000, actually last but most, crystallarium. And that is awesome because we're going to put some jade in that bad boy and start, it's going to reproduce jade every couple of days. Wait, let's see what the Junimos say to this one. When we're done here, we'll return to the other world. That's cool, Mr. Junimo, and look at that nice little office in there with a huge vault. Thing is massive. And I forgot to put the fried egg in here. So now we are a truffle away from completing that bundle. What do I get for that, by the way? Chef's bundle. Chef's... Let's just go to bundles, because it's not... Alright, let's see. Bulletin board. Chef's bundle. Your reward is 3 pink cakes. Not very exciting. Alright, so here, I kind of screw up here. I buy as many pumpkin seeds as I can. I should have bought all but one that I could have afforded, because I've got those geodes that I need to go and crack open immediately after this. And as you will see, I will now be short of cash to be able to get them all done. Not that that's a huge deal, because we'll have a cranberry harvest coming up in the next day or two that will replenish our funds. And we're going to need those funds. I saw that Pierre had a fresh blueberry in the shop the other day. It was marvelous, marvelous, says Elliot. But anyway, we'll have some money coming from cranberry harvest in the next couple of days. And did I plant more pumpkins too? I feel like I did, but I can't remember. Anyway, we will need more cash for additional tool upgrades, for one thing. Not that it's like a fortune, but another upgrade that is high on my priority list at the moment is the shed. Like, I just want to get it. I don't need to buy anything else upgrade-wise from Robin, so that's going to be the next one. So, there you see I did not have enough money to do the last geode. And I'm like, well, maybe I can sell him something back. And it's like, the only thing I have is that prismatic shard, and that ain't happening. 2,000 bucks. I wouldn't sell that thing for $1 million, because no amount of money is worth more to me than the Galaxy Sword. As bad as I am at combat, it is my only hope of survival when we go to the Skull Caverns. So there you have it. We will be buying the, or we will be getting the Galaxy Sword with that prismatic shard. The other thing that we'll do when we get up to the desert, hopefully tomorrow, is chop down trees that are up there. And it is actually something that a lot of people overlook because they don't look like the other trees in the game because they're palms. All right, so I for a long time had no idea that you could cut them down, and you can, just like any other tree, and they grow back just like any other tree outside of your farm. So, if you weren't aware of that, I will demonstrate that in the next episode. Because we will be going to the desert in the next episode. Now I'm sitting here thinking, alright, what do I want to do with the rest of my day? And it's 1:30. I don't really, I'm not going to the mines again. We spent a bunch of time in there yesterday. There's not a whole lot for me to do except try and catch the ancient seed, which is such a random, rare occurrence that it's probably not worth a trip just for that. At least not again. So anyway, we're going to go cut down some trees. We're going to try out this new axe. And you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings to eliminate the entire tree and stump. So that's good. And then the next upgrade, the iridium, it's 3 swings, which is just ridiculous. 2 swings to knock down the tree and 1 for the stump. So yeah, we won't have that for a while though. Because we need to save up enough jade and food and bombs and stuff to make a legit deep run in the Skull Caverns to get, a good chunk of iridium for iridium bars. And we really won't have enough to do that for a while. It'll probably be like summer of next year before we really think about a real deep run. We'll go up there and try and get as deep as we can without using staircases and without using a gazillion bombs. In fact, we probably won't use any bombs. But, anyway. And honestly, it would be real nice if we could get up there and just get enough iridium for the iridium pickaxe. Because we will want that for our mining runs when we go up there, because it just takes more swings to hit or to break any rocks up there, let alone iridium ore. So I'm really honestly struggling for stuff to talk about, which is, again, this is something that I don't like about doing commentary afterwards, is for whatever reason, well, I know what it is. I'm able to just think about talking instead of like when I'm playing, I'm thinking about what I'm doing and having to try and talk. So I just don't, I have to struggle to find the words because I'm multitasking. So I don't say as much. And now here we are. And again, I screwed up and had the stinking button on mute, which I swear to God, if I did this again and I'm recording right now, you won't know this because of this, but I will have to record again, and you better believe it, you will know from my tone how upset I am. But I'm pretty sure it is recording at the moment. And my headset is not on mute. I've tested it like 5 times. But anyway. Why don't we look at the calendar? Tomorrow's the 21st, right? Let's see what we got on my calendar. 21st is Robin's birthday. She likes goat cheese. We'll take her that. That's very doable. It's also traveling cart day. Queen sauce day. So there's that. And then on Monday the 22nd is nothing significant. So there you go. Tomorrow will be a busy day because we got to find Robin and give her her gift, but I also want to get up to we'll go up to the desert, but we're not going up there and going to be there all day. We'll get our sword, we'll chop down the trees and do foraging or whatever, and then come back. We'll also go into Sandy's Oasis, and I don't even know how much money we'll have to buy anything, but we'll go in there and look and see what there is to buy. And actually, one thing I do want to buy is beets. We'll need about 30 beets because we need 10 for a quest that's coming up, and they need to stack. So we'll buy, 20. We'll buy 32, I guess, to go around 4 quality sprinklers in the greenhouse. So our greenhouse is going to be mixed seeds and beets, and then whatever pumpkin seeds I have left, we'll throw those in there. I don't know how much room I'll have left out after that, though, honestly. So I need to craft some. I actually need to craft quality sprinklers because I'm going to want to move them. I'm going to want to place them in my greenhouse. So anyway, we are done for the day here. We'll call it an early night. We're going to put down our crystallarium and put the jade in there, and now it's working there. So it's slowly going to reproduce another jade. And I was going to put the lightning rods there, and then I thought, you know what, let's move these. We're going to move these over by the bee houses. We're only going to keep 4 of them, and since we're going to have 4 bee houses right in front of the stable, there will be bee houses, a row, more bee houses, and then an empty row, and then our lightning rods. So that's the plan here. And there you have it. So, y'all, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. So I will say we're getting into the real nitty-gritty stuff. Oh yeah, there's our truffle, and we actually got 2 of them, so that's good. But we're getting real close on this community center, y'all. It'll be here before you know it. We've got 1 week left of fall, and then it is serious crunch time. 4 weeks to wrap it all up. And we still need a handful of things that are out of our control, unfortunately. So we need a little bit of help. So I will need you to send some good juju my way. Make sure we do this. Not that it's a huge deal, but anyway. What are we doing here? Oh, grabbing a preserves jar and another blueberry, and we'll start that going. And we've just got too much stuff over here. We really need that shed. It's a mess on the farm. But anyway, and now that I think about it, when we get the shed, we'll have to empty out those items that are out here before we can move them. So, like, once a jade repopulates, we'll get it, then we'll empty the crystallarium and pick it up and move it, and wait for the wine to finish and all that stuff. You get what I'm saying. But anyway, that, I believe, does it for this episode. So be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, comment below, and we will see you all next time.